Hello and welcome to this week's edition of GameTimePA-TV. I'm your host, John Buffone, and throughout this episode, we're going to be checking in with correspondents in York Adams and Franklin-Fulton to break down the most interesting matchups in their area. But let's start right here in Lancaster, where the spotlight game of the week is Wilson at Penn Manor. At the beginning of the season, this was supposed to be the Section 1 championship game, and it still might have some implications down the stretch. Both teams have been looking forward to this game all year, and emotions will be running high in Millersville. Both teams are very physical and are probably going to try to establish a run game early and often, so this has all the makings of a knockdown, drag-out fight. Now let's see what's going on in the rest of South Central PA.
Hey, this is Matt Goul in York, where we have two YAIAA divisional games to talk about. Big division title implications with these ones. First, Dallastown, which is 7-1, leading Division I with a 5-0 record, plays host to Central York, the defending Division I champions. Central comes in this one suffering its first division loss to Red Lion last week. And for the Wildcats of Dallastown, they have an interesting stretch here. Not only do they play host to Central York this week, they will then play Red Lion in Week 10, both Red Lion and Central chasing Dallastown with 4-1 records. Also, Division II we want to hit up real quick because West York, which leads Division II, they are playing host to the defending Division II champions from Dover. Dover coming off of a tough loss to York Suburban last week, still in the chase. They only have one league loss, so they have a chance because they beat Gettysburg early in the season. And sure enough, Gettysburg is looming for West York in Week 10. So both West York and Dallastown, the division leaders, have to play the top two contenders in their division to close the regular season.
I'm Shawn Michael with GameTimePA's Franklin-Fulton, and this week, our game of the week features Waynesboro at Greencastle in a huge Mid-Penn Colonial Division showdown. Greencastle is coming off a 27-9 win over Northern York last week and is going to look to keep its strong running game going. The Devils rushed for 153 yards last week and will need to be able to control the ball and keep Waynesboro's high-powered offense off the field. The Indians are also coming off a big win last week after beating James Buchanan 54-21 behind 354 yards on the ground. Justin Marion led the way with 197 yards on 30 carries, but it's not going to be easy for Waynesboro to run the ball against Greencastle on Friday. For Waynesboro to have success this week, they're going to have to rely on quarterback Connor Federhoff to put up points through the air and limit turnovers on the offensive side. And for Greencastle, they're going to have to run the ball effectively and control the time of possession to keep the Waynesboro offense off the field.
Well, that about wraps up this edition of GameTimePA-TV. Thank you for tuning in. For updates on all your favorite games, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, enjoy the games this weekend.